What if I told you that success and achievement is highly overrated and that success is temporary and fleeting? It's all about the journey. Actually, what does achievement mean? Success. What does that mean to you? Well, if you depend upon achievement and success to bring you peace and happiness, you're building your peace and happiness on a very unreliable foundation because achievement is a type of pleasure, something that you reach after working toward it and yearning for it for a very long time. But achievement, being a pleasure like all pleasures, is short lived and it dies and fades away. And once it dies and fades away, it has to be replaced by something new. You know what I'm talking about. That brand new, shiny car that you saved up for so long and were anticipating on getting. Once you get it, you're excited about it. You want to drive everybody around in the block in it once it's brand new and you have that new car smell and that smooth ride and you feel all of the joy and excitement of that new car. But what happens after a few weeks or a few months? That excitement, that newness wears off, and that brand new shiny car just becomes transportation. This is what happens when you depend upon achievement and success as the basis for your peace and happiness. It is all about the journey. It is all about enjoying who you are becoming toward the achievement of your goal. You see, when you ask people on their deathbed what are their regrets, I have read that rarely, if ever, they say, I wish that I had achieved more. No, they very rarely, if ever, say that. What they usually will say is, I wish I had spent more time with my children, or I wish I had given more attention to my wife and had appreciated her more, or I wish I had taken better care of my health. These are the things that people think about that realize are truly valuable in life in spite of all of their possessions in the case of people who, quote unquote, were very successful material wise in their lives. The thing is this, is that success and achievement is a type of pleasure that is short-lived and will disappear and then leaves you with a sense of what now. So then you go and set another goal to achieve some new success, but then achieving the new success, the same experience happens where you achieve that pinnacle, you feel the excitement, and then the excitement goes away. So the question is, what truly matters? What truly matters is who you are within, who you are becoming. Because even people who win the lottery, millions of dollars at once, are not necessarily guaranteed happiness as a result of it. Money in and of itself does not guarantee happiness. And let me explain why. Because it is how you relate to money that determines if you will be at peace with money. It is the person who you are in relation to money that determines your experience with money and what money means to you. Because before you can talk about money being the guarantee of happiness just because you receive a lot of it, you have to ask a person, what is money? What does money mean to you? Very few of us ask this question, and the answer reveals what happens when you receive money, because many people do not have a money consciousness to hold on and to keep money. Many people have the idea that money is to be spent. The minute you get it, you have to enjoy it and you have to use it up. And this is the type of mentality that many people have when they receive the lottery overnight and can't handle all of this money because of the person who they are. The person who you are within is much more important than the material success and the money that is without, because who you are within determines that which you will experience without. So that the idea of having a lot of money does not guarantee success, because it depends upon the person who receives it. The person who receives a lot of money and has the concept of spending and self-indulgence and things of this nature will quickly get rid of and lose the money, and in the case of a lottery winner, go back to where they were before. So what am I saying? I am saying you must become the peace and the happiness first, and then the achievement of whatever it is that you're seeking for will mean something. You will not be dependent upon the achievement for your peace and your happiness. It will just be the icing on the cake. In fact, in the Bible it says, and I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit for my own reasons for you to understand what I'm trying to say. There's a part in the Bible which says, "Seek you first the kingdom of God." And the kingdom of God has always been said over and over again in the Bible to be within you. The kingdom of God is within you. So to repeat, seek you first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added to you. So the foundation of peace is to seek the kingdom of God, to seek the peace and the gratitude within you first, for all of the other things that would be added to matter. Because you cannot enjoy who you are not. Now, let me repeat that. You cannot enjoy who you are not if you are not peace, if you are not gratitude, if you are not open to the abundance of the inner world of life. The outer world will not have very much significance, because a person can achieve a lot of wealth, and if they use wealth as the basis upon which their happiness and peace depends, they are on very flimsy grounds, because success can be taken away or lost. And this creates a type of tension and unhappiness in the person who has, quote unquote, a lot. Even the fear of losing can be just as bad or worse than the actual losing of the wealth. And talking about success in wealth and money and peace and happiness, I would be willing to say that, for example, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, who is worth $150 billion, I mean, it's an insane amount of money. I would be willing to say that Jeff Bezos is not 150 billion times happier and more peaceful than either you or I. Neither is Michael Jordan, who is also a billionaire, is not necessarily happier than you or I. Just ask them how much money they had to pay out in their divorces, and you will see how happy they are. I mean, it was like, I don't know, $60 billion that Jeff Bezos had to pay to his ex-wife. I don't know about you, but I don't know any woman who is worth $60 billion. That is not going to make me happy, and I'm sure it didn't make Jeff Bezos happy either. So the foundation of peace and happiness only on money is no guarantee of anything. So what am I saying? I am saying is that you must become the joy of becoming. In the process of achieving any goal, you must live in a state of gratitude in a state of peace for what you already have in order to be able to be the type of person who appreciates achievement when it arrives. Because if it's just based on the achievement itself, that will dissipate, and then you'll need to find something new, and then you'll get caught up in the disease of more. It never will be enough. Remember what happens when people are on their deathbeds, what they see that's most important. When death stares us in the face, knocking at our door, we really see and understand what's truly important. The people in our lives, the time we spend with our children, our loved ones, our friends, how we take care of our lives. These are the things that are truly important. How we are grateful for each day, knowing that the next day is not guaranteed. This is the way we achieve the peace and the joy and the happiness that we think the goal of achieving wealth and success will bring. So it's fine to go after and seek whatever goal or success that you're hoping to receive, but the key thing is an understanding that the journey is what it is all about. As you're moving toward the goal, are you spending time with your loved ones? Are you loving your kids, your spouse? Do you appreciate your friends? Do you take care of your health? Do you appreciate this marvelous gift that we call life? And if this is the foundation upon which you move forward to achieve whatever goal that you have, achieving the goal is just the icing on the cake, because who you have become in the process is much more important than what you achieve. All right, that's my take on it. The journey is much more important than the arrival. This is yours truly, Charles Prosper, your consistency success coach, wishing you as always to remain consistent and be successful.